Welcome to December's edition of the Wildcat Update. I'm Riley.
And I'm Ange,
your host for this month's show. On this episode, we'll check out some highlights from the fall drama and band winter concert, talk to some of the winter coaches about their upcoming seasons, and learn what Fierce Diversity is up to. That's all coming right up after a word from our sponsors.
No Place for Hate makes my campus a more friendly and enjoyable place.
It's created a climate of respect and compassion that we can be very, very proud of here.
I think No Place for Hate should be a core subject in every school.
If we don't know how to take care of our peers, then how are we going to build the next generation?
This year's fall drama, The Play That Goes Wrong, took place earlier this month. The play is a combination of Monty Python and Sherlock Holmes and was performed beautifully by our cast. Here's a clip from the first act.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this. You'll move back home with me, Florence. I'm your brother and I have it no other way. Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. Now I have no doubt in my mind it was suicide. Suicide, Mr. Haversham. No, there's no possible way. It was murder. Murder in the first degree. Nonsense! Nonsense! My brother was paranoid and jealous and I can prove it. Perkins had me his journal. It's there on the mantelpiece. Thank you, Perkins. Why, look at the last century. I fear Florence does not love me. On the night of our engagement party, despair engulfs my soul. But I loved Charles with all my heart. Like I said, driven mad with paranoia and jealousy. The inspector! Thank heavens she's here. Good evening. What a terrible snowstorm. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case. This must be Charles Havisham. I'm so sorry. This must have given you all a damn shock. It did. We're still reeling. Naturally. Tell me, is any of the deceased's immediate family here with us tonight? I'm Cecil Havisham. I'm his brother. And I'm Florence Collingwood. I'm his fiancée. Tonight is our engagement party. Is everyone gathered here? Yes. Well, the only other member of staff is Arthur the gardener, but I saw him and Winston leaving for the weekend hours ago. Winston? He's gardener. I see. Have you poured everyone a stiff drink? Yes, Inspector. Well then. Let us all raise a glass to a man we all love, to Charles. Charles!
Fierce Diversity, our school's step and dance team, have really grown and evolved over the years. The team is involved in many performances and events, not just in our school, but in the elementary schools and in the community. Stan Cornelis talks to Miss Cryer and Coach Nina, as well as Captain Sophia Leone and Taylor Motter, to find out more about the team.
I'm here with
Mrs. Cryer,
who is the advisor for the Fierce Diversity dance step team. So what makes Fierce Diversity so different compared to other sports or teams?
Well, it's different because it's not exactly a sport. Okay, I consider Fierce Diversity to be an outlier in the way that it is the perfect combination of arts and athletics. So, for example, just like all the other sports teams, we have to get physicals, impact tests, health history. There's a level of athleticism. In being a dancer, you have to have flexibility, strength, coordination. We practice, we audition, we compete. We perform at many of the sporting events, the football games, basketball games, pep rallies. But then there's also that art component. So all of those things that would make you that, the strength, flexibility. You also need artistry. You need what word am I looking for? Musicality, rhythm. Right. You need to have all of those things. And then there's creativity. There's so much freedom in dancing and expression that we wouldn't want to lose in being categorized in a specific area or a specific season. So we go all season and we include the best of both worlds.
I joined Fierce Diversity because I thought it was a good way to express myself. I've always been intrigued by dance, and I thought this was a good way to start.
It's just a really great group of girls who love dancing, and I've always had this passion for dance, and that's why I joined the team.
So how is the team split up throughout different events and things like that?
So, Fierce Diversity consists of 3 different groups. We have our performance team, our game day team, and our competition team. Our performance team mainly does parades and coffee houses, things like that. Our game day team, we perform at football games, basketball games, and parades and coffee houses. And then our competition team, they practice a little bit more often than the other 2 teams. We compete in about 2 or 3 competitions a year. We bring a hip hop routine that's a little bit more challenging. So that requires an audition for our team. And that's mainly the differences between all 3. But there are many times that we all perform together as one big team. And that's what's so great about Fierce Diversity.
Thank you so much.
Winter sports season is officially underway, and our reporters caught up with some of the winter coaches to find out what they're expecting from their athletes and their goals for this season. Sean, Ryan, and Chris Franco recently caught up with bowling coaches Mr. Thompson and Miss James to find out more.
Hello, I'm with Mr. Thompson, who is the head of the Maple Shade bowling team. Mr. Thompson, what got you into bowling?
It was actually about 15 years ago. The opportunity for coaching bowling opened up. I had bowled in high school when I was in school, and then the bowling coach back then, Maple Shade, had decided to step down, so I decided to put in for it and got the job.
Are you a good bowler? What's your average score?
An average bowler compared to a lot of kids today. When I was bowling regularly, it was about a 170, 175. So compared to a lot of the kids who bowled, not as good.
Okay. Mr. Thompson, what's your favorite part about coaching?
My favorite part about coaching is just being able to work with all the students, the bowlers, every single day in, day out. It's a different atmosphere than being in the classroom, make different connections. So I really enjoy that aspect of being outside of the classroom and just getting along with people in a different way.
Hello, I'm here with Miss James, who is the leader of the girls' bowling team. First off, congratulations on achieving the Teacher of the Year award. First question, Miss James, can you tell us why you decided to lead the girls' bowling team?
Well, I wanted to get involved outside of the classroom, and the position opened up a few years ago, and I decided to take it on.
Okay. Basically, what's another typical day of practice like?
Every day, each bowler bowls 3 games, which is similar to what they see in our matches, and we just kind of look at their averages and see how they're doing.
Okay. What games do you guys have coming up?
We actually have a game today against Cinnaminson, so wishing our girls and boys team luck.
Okay, what's the best part of leading the girls' bowling team?
They're just a fun group of girls. They always make me laugh. We have our own little sayings and cheers. Again, it's just a great group of kids to work with.
Okay, what do you see the future of the team looking like?
We have a lot of strong bowlers this year, which is really nice. We have a couple of returning bowlers as well. I'm hoping that we go far. As long as they all bowl with their averages, we should see a winning season for the girls.
Okay, thank you, Miss James, and good luck this season.
Thank you very much.
The wrestling team opened their season on December 7th with a scrimmage at Collingswood. Their first tournament takes place this Saturday at Gateway. Jack Barkhammer caught up with wrestling head coach Mr. Sermon. Let's take a look.
All right, I'm here with Mr. Sermon, who is the head coach of the wrestling team. Mr. Sermon, can you tell us why you decided to coach wrestling?
Absolutely. So I decided to coach wrestling because I grew up doing the sport myself for a lot of years, and I gained a lot from it, both tangibly and intangibly. And, I wanted to spread that on to you guys. And whoever decided to get into a sport like this, as tough as it can be, I just wanted to show you guys, more importantly, what you can get out of the sport, but what you can get out of yourself, right?
What do you guys do during practice?
So typically, a normal practice, we start out doing some cardio, some dynamic stretching, some static stretching, and then from there we'll do some drilling, work on some technique, right? Typically end with what we call live wrestling, all right? Basically what you're going to see during a match, right, is what we'll work on towards the end of practice. And every now and then we'll end with some either extra conditioning or a fun game, right? Kind of depends on what's going on that day.
What is the best part about coaching the wrestling team?
Best part about coaching the wrestling team, seeing the camaraderie, seeing the guys improve, right? Seeing the team come together and work together as one. And like I said, I think it's that improvement, right? Seeing where we start and then where we finish at the end of the season and seeing the guys excel. It's the best part.
How do you think the team will do this year?
It's hard to say. Every single match is different. Every single team is different every single year. But based off of what I've seen so far, I think we're going to have a solid shot at doing something different this year and having some success.
Thank you, Mr. Sermon. Come check out the wrestling team at one of their upcoming home matches.
Finally, the girls basketball team is coached this year by Miss Teagan and Miss Mitchell. They opened their season on Thursday against Bordentown. Shane Farr talked to Coach Teagan about her predictions for this year. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Teagan, who is the girls basketball coach. How's the beginning of the season been so far?
So far, our season's been going well. We've had some good practices. We've only had one scrimmage so far, and it went well. We actually have another scrimmage today, so we'll see how we do today, and we'll go from there.
What is a normal day of practice like?
So each day we start, stretching, a little warm up, get the girls moving. Then we move into some layup drills, some running. A lot of running in basketball. Got to be in shape. And then we get down to some plays and kind of getting up and down the floor full court.
What expectations do you set for the girls at practice?
Basically, we want them to be on time. We want them to show up and have good energy and just give us their all and practice and work hard.
How do you feel about your schedule this year?
I think our schedule looks good. We play a lot of the same teams, we've played in the past, especially in our division. And our starters have been with me for 3 years, so, they're veterans at this point, so I'm feeling pretty good.
What are your goals for this season?
Goals for the season, definitely win. We want to win. But really mostly just, have the girls get better every day, on and off the court, good relationships, good friendships, so.
Cool. Thank you, Coach Teagan.
Absolutely. You can come cheer the girls on all season. We actually have our home opener next Friday, the 16th at 5:15 against Florence. Go Wildcats.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Wildcat Update. Be sure to tune in next time for our next episode during Learn or on our YouTube channel, MS Wildcat TV. From all of us in the TV studio, thanks for watching.
And have a great day!